Welcome back to the channel. Today for Joseishish Gaming, I decided to remodel the entire Bloons TD 6 tier list video, and I also decided to add in the heroes as well. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Brian, we already did a tier list video. Well, A, that one's bad. B, Noah was in it, so it's automatically bad. Sorry, worse. Okay, no offense to Noah. But he had some opinions that didn't exactly resonate with me. So I decided to, you know what? I did a butt ton of research for this. I might as well just get it over with. So as you can see, every single T5 tower, and I will be evaluating on these few criteria. A, I'm evaluating the entire path, not just the T5 itself. B, versatility. C, the design of it, how cool it looks, and also D, how often people use it. You know, how famous is it among the community. Okay, number one, we got the Flying Fortress. So, the Flying Fortress, in my opinion, as you can see, I have a lot of tiers. I kind of got carried away. But the Flying Fortress is definitely one of those, if you can get it, it's overpowered. If you don't have it, though, it's less overpowered, definitely, because of how expensive it is. And that's a really key part. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the fifth criteria is the expensiveness. And this thing is expensive, so like over 100k expensive. So if you can spend most of that money pretty fast, it's great. But unless you really have a quick money-making way, in my opinion, it's like the A- tier. I would put it in B plus tier, but like it's so famous among. It's like one of the most overpowered towers in the game. Okay, and yeah. So next up we have the Bloonmaster Chemist. This guy is great. He's super cheap. 42k. You can get him super easily right off the bat. He can take care of all sorts of balloons. This guy is definitely an S tier. He does have its limitations though when it comes to certain Moabs, DDTs, stuff like that. But he can honestly, like his limits definitely do depend on like what type of player you are, right? So he definitely does have his limitations, but he's definitely a great tower to have. Let's see. Next up, we have the bottom path for the bomb shooter. Again, this tower is great. I put way too many tiers on this, but I absolutely love this tower. It's one of the greatest in my opinion. It's overpowered. You can take care of the Zone G with it super easily. I definitely think A plus tier is the rightful place to put it. Like I said, like a Bloonmaster Chemist, I would put it higher, but like you have to understand like the limitations and the versatility of it. Like I said, that's definitely one of the criteria. And it also just looks sick. Like, come on, that thing is like a little tank. Alright. So we have Moab Mauler, I think is the name of this tower. I use this guy a lot actually because the Boomerang Monkey is one of my favorites. He has uses. Don't get me wrong. He definitely has uses, but his like compared to the other two Boomerang towers, are you really gonna get this guy? Like, let's be real here. And not to mention also the fact that he isn't really that versatile among like the fellow Boomerang monkeys. So that makes him extremely like that makes him much worse than the others, which is why I have to put him like C tier. Actually, no, C plus tier. Like I said, he does have his moments where he shines, but he needs work. Okay, next up. Okay, the bottom path for the merchant, for the ship, the merchant. I don't know the full name. I just call it the merchant. The path itself is great. If you get like a butt ton of, okay, the thing about this ship is that it buffs all merchant ships that you have, which gives them a butt ton more money, which gives you a butt ton more money, allowing you to upgrade and collect a lot more monkeys, which is why I love it so much. But on its own, it's a little bit weak, so it definitely isn't like the best, but its path is extremely overpowered if you know how to use it correctly, which is why I gotta give it a B tier, you know? In my opinion, it's better than it's much better than the bottom path of the Boomerang Monkey, because the bottom path of the Boomerang Monkey, like I said, not as famous, and it's a little bit less versatile, which makes it extremely limited. Okay, Crossbowmaster. This is probably the first ever S plus tier. The reason being is A, it's super cheap. You can get it like usually I get it around round 30, if not earlier, because you can like get it super cheap. It does so much damage. It's super versatile, and yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. It's just great. It's just great. Okay, Avatar of Wrath. This one is a bit of a toughie. In my opinion, see, the Avatar of Wrath on its own isn't the best, right? Because just like the merchant ship here, it's supposed to buff other towers. Meaning, if you can get Poplus, like other Poplus, or like other people, other like druids of that path, this guy can become extremely versatile and you can wreck the game. Well, not exactly wreck the game, but you can take care of a lot of things, which is, pretty essential when it comes to playing with him. And but the issue is, like, compared, like I said, it's basically just like the bottom half of the Boomerang Tower. You're not going to choose this over the other two paths, because the other two paths are so much better. Sure, it's much cheaper, but it's much less versatile, right? And it's very specific gameplay. It's extremely specific, which is why I have to put it in a C tier. It's less effective than the Boomerang Monkey, but it just doesn't really sit right with me. Extra large chap. This guy is going all the way up to the A plus tier. Reason being, extra large trap his trap can deal with mobs and all sorts of balloons. That's A. B, the trap gives you money when it becomes whole. C, the guy on its own is super overpowered because he has both pin and double guns, which makes him like a popping machine, which is why I love him so much. He's great. I absolutely love him. Oh, and just a quick disclaimer, this is my own opinion. Don't get offended because you have a different opinion. That's what we humans do. We have our own opinions, right? So, in order to, like, contain you guys, like, anger saying, like, oh, you put that wrong, just put it in the comments. I always read you guys' comments. I always love reading your guys' comments. So, oh, and also another quick thing. We will be putting a 10 subscriber special for Dragon Slayer Gaming soon, which you guys should be excited about, Okay, Monkey Wall Street. So, again, this one is a little bit of a controversial one because I want to rank it high because with my experiences, it's definitely useful. But I know for a fact it's less famous than the other ones. And, I mean, like, it's just, I want to rank it B plus to A minus tier. Don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, it's much less versatile than the others, so it's B minus tier in my opinion. So, and yeah, you can have your very own opinions. It doesn't matter to me. It's just that, this from personal experiences, and I've been doing a butt ton of research as well. Super glue. In my opinion, I'm saying so much in my opinion, but in truth though, any glue monkey tower, like any path you choose, as long as you get corrosive glue, isn't bad. But I know for a fact that some people don't get corrosive glue, and which makes this guy a lot less effective. And also, he's less famous than his top path counterpart, which again severely affects this criteria. And so I feel like he's a little bit less versatile. So, like, unless you have corrosive glue with this guy, he's definitely a B minus tier. Actually, no, B tier. He deserves to be B tier because with personal experience, as long as you get corrosive glue, the guy can actually deal some nasty damage. Alright, Comanche Defense. Or is it Comanche Defender? I don't know. This is our first A tier. It's relatively cheap. If you're into like the free play type of style of gameplay, well then if you get this guy, you're probably gonna wreck because he's an absolute monster. He's like a beast of helicopters, and it's just like basically the upgrade is you're gaining multiple more helicopters, and they all act like Apache primes or like Apache. Well, no, not Apache. I forget the name of the top path. Wait, maybe it's Apache? I don't know. But you get what I mean, right? It's basically just an army of like the top path of the helicopter, which makes it extremely good. Although they're all less effective, it's still pretty darn good to have. Okay, in my opinion, the bottom path of the Ice Monkey, extremely underrated. People say it's trash. the truth is, it's not trash. In my opinion, it's an A minus tier because A, it's relatively cheap. B, it's somewhat less effective towards certain balloons. C, it can deal with Moabs pretty well, man, and it like freezes balloons in place, which makes it again even more overpowered. Like, you really like can't disrespect the monkey unless you use it, and you hate it, which makes sense. This guy isn't for everybody, but the ice monkey still deserves your respect, man. Come on. Shattering Shells. My opinion, this guy B plus here. He can get rid of camo abilities, which is great. I will say, unless you get the faster reload, in my opinion, this guy is a little bit less effective because I personally like to have a faster shooting mortar, and this guy takes, and he has a huge blast radius, well, and he has the accurate shot, which makes him much more versatile. I can't English today, but like, in truth though, actually, you want to know this guy, A tier. Yeah, because the path itself is great. It's much more famous than its other two counterparts, in my opinion. A lot more people use it because it's so much more versatile, and like any path you use has its like oof areas, but it still works. It's still a great upgrade. Okay, bottom path Ninja Monkey. In my opinion, this guy goes into B plus tier. He definitely has uses, taking care of Moabs, taking care of those like balloon swarms, stuff like that. His caltrops are pretty insane because, like the path itself is great. Don't get me wrong, but there are some parts of the path, like the caltrops, less effective than others. They're good for like taking care of like those like leftover swarms, but like there are other monkeys that can deal with that. So, it's somewhat useless. Also, like the first two upgrades on the bottom path are somewhat useless because like, come on, really really, seeking shuriken, stuff like that. It isn't really like what you think when you think of the ninja monkey, right? Which is why he has to go with B plus tier. But I will say he's still good. In my opinion, he's still great. All right, semi-auto defender, semi-defender. I don't know the name. Like I said, I need to research the names more. But the bottom path of the sniper monkey, in my opinion, he's like an A minus. Actually, yeah, A minus. Reason being, if like the bottom half of itself, in my opinion, is probably less famous because the top half is super famous for getting mobs. The middle path is really good for like camos and like the extra money drops. And I feel like a lot of people don't really acknowledge this path, like the bottom path, a lot more. But also, you have to understand the fact that this, like, the bottom path really mainly focuses on bullet speed, not even damage. So, like, the path itself is somewhat limited. And even if you get the top path, right, you're not going to be able to hit camos. If you get the middle path, you're not going to be able to pop leads or stuff like that, which is crucial if you're trying to get through, like, if you're trying to get through round 100 and you're trying to use a sniper monkey. Which is why, like, I would put him in B plus tier, but, like, at the rate this guy shoots, he's too good. He's too versatile. This guy has gotten me through so many close calls. He's absolutely insane. Like, I'm not even joking. He's absolutely insane. Perma spikes. Path itself kind of meh, but the tier 5 itself kind of great. So, like, that's really all I have to say about it. I have to say B plus tier, maybe? Because the path itself is meh. Like, but the tier 5 is great. And that's, like, basically the only redeeming factor. Okay, bottom path Submarine. I love this guy so much. A tier. Triple guns. You can pop leads with him, or you can have infinite rage with him. Either way, this guy is an absolute monster. He shreds. And I'm not even joking. He shreds. Sorry, I have a couple of hiccups. Oh, the Knight. The Legend of the Knight. Okay. Relatively expensive. Like I said, cost is a main criteria, one of these things. He is really expensive. Although he's really effective, I do think 200k might be a little bit much, but if you do get him, he's so worth it. Like, he's S plus tier. 100%. Like, I'm not even joking. Taxon. S tier. This upgrade takes care of things so easily. Gets rid of swarms of balloons. It melts. Okay. Monkey City. I don't even use this. Like, can anybody tell me how to use this? Because I don't even know. because it's so much less famous than like the other like upgrades for like the Monkey Village, because I feel like it's less effective in general. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't even know what it really does. It's just like blank to me, because I I really don't know. Like, I don't want to rate it low because it might actually be good, but like at the same time I kind of have to rate it low. So I think this is our first F tier, right? Yeah, this is our first F tier. Um, definitely. Okay, Prince of Darkness. This guy is going in the A plus tier. Actually, no, S tier. Because A, he's relatively cheap, only 20k. He costs less than the Crossbowmaster. B, his necromancing ability is amazing. His damage, meh. But, like, it's just the damage that's hindering him. Because if he had a bit like, buff more attack, he would be great. But his necromancer ability can already get him far. So, yeah, he's great. Sorry, Bomba. Again, it's less famous. It's one of the it's probably like the least famous upgrade for the Monkey Ace, but you gotta respect it because it's basically just a nuclear bomb. And yes, it has gotten me out of tough situations. I think B tier is the right call. Uh, there you can have your own opinion, but just from personal experience and research, it's B tier. Okay, total transformation. I want to hate on it, but I can't hate on it. I love this monkey. I know a lot of people might disagree. It's, again, I agree. It's the worst. It's the least effective and least popular of all alchemist upgrades. But you just gotta respect it. And I think it's a B tier monkey for sure. Actually, no. You know what? B plus. It's much more famous than these monkeys down here because A, it's the Chemist. B, it looks like the X-Men Beast. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then go watch X-Men movies. Like, that's all I really have to say. Okay. Moab Mauler. Again, this is one that I don't really use. Like, compared to, like, the bottom path of the bomb tower, it's not really that effective. Because the bottom, like, I know it's supposed to be, like, the Moab Mauler, right? It's supposed to take care of Moabs. But this bomb tower just does it 10 times better. Which is why, like, what's the point, right? It's definitely much more famous than other monkeys, but like, cause it's like the iconic rocket launcher. Like in truth, though, it's a C plus. Actually, no, not even C plus, C minus, because like there are other towers that do its job 10 times better. Okay, middle path of the Boomerang Monkey. Like I said, I use this guy a butt ton. He's great. I have to say A tier. His ability is good, but generally, I feel like a lot more people would go for Glaive Lord because Glaive Lord can be a lot more effective when dealing with swarms. But in my opinion, this guy deserves a lot more respect than he's given. He's great. He attacks super fast, yada yada yada. Oh, that reminds you know, this guy doesn't deserve to be in C plus tier, B minus tier, because his upgrade path itself is actually pretty good. Because it can pop lead balloons. It's the only one of the Boomerang Monkey that can actually pop leads. Okay. The ship, the pirate ship. 100%, it's going in the A plus tier. Reason being is it can't really deal with like the bigger Moabs. It can deal with like the smaller ones, like the BADs and stuff like that. Sorry, no, not the BADs. Like the red Moab, round 60. I don't. I'm pretty sure you call it like a BFG or something. Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, this guy can take care of like those pretty well. Relatively cheap too. He's pretty good and fast. Okay. Next up is my least favorite monkey in the game. It's the Plasma Monkey Fan Club. It sucks. No one's ever gonna get this because A, it's not versatile. Like the upgrade path itself is good for the early game, but is anybody really gonna get the Plasma Monkey Fan Club? Right? Like, plus the ability doesn't even last that long, which makes it 10 times worse than it should be. It's just, I hate it. It's absolutely horrible. It's like the only one that I'm gonna be putting in the oof tier too, which like, dude, come on. Ooh, Spirit of the Forest. Okay. I have to say this one is another S tier. It's not exactly S plus because it's not exactly the most expensive thing ever. It's cheaper than the Legend of the Night for sure, but I feel like a lot more people will be focused on. Actually, you know what? There's actually no good reason why it's not an S plus tier because it's like the best upgrade for the Druid, in my opinion. Because it gains money, it puts vines all around that can eat balloons like there's no tomorrow. And yeah, there's honestly no really real reason why I shouldn't be putting it up there. Okay, next up we got Ultra Boost, Overclock. Okay. Um, this one is probably the one of the best support towers in the game. It's S tier for sure. Popping power, meh. The cleaning foam does help, sure, but the popping power itself is meh. But the support use, 100% amazing. Okay, this T5 I actually kinda don't like, because the idea of debt is a little bit annoying to me. Sure, I will go into debt. Yeah, no problem at all. But, like, it's just, like, the debt addition is a little weird. The path itself is great, because that's the Monkey Bank. The Monkey Bank is, like, MVP. Like, don't get me wrong. But it's probably going to be the C plus tier. Actually, no. The path itself redeems it really well. So I'll put it in B tier. Actually, no. See, I knew I was going to have trouble with one of these. It's better than the Monkey Wall Street. 100%. Okay. It's B. Yeah, I think it's B. A lot of people might disagree, but again, like, you really just meh, you know, you don't really know. Super glue. What about it? In my opinion, okay, you know, I'm actually gonna demote super. Sorry, this is glue storm. That's super glue. Super glue is gonna be demoted to B minus. Glue storm will probably be C plus because unless you get corrosive glue, this guy's practically useless. Even with corrosive glue, again, practically useless. Sure, it can glue everything with his ability, but like, there are much more important things that you need to focus on. Okay, support Chinook, great. It can give you lives, it can give you money, it gives you a free monkey as well. Probably A minus tier. Okay, this one. I think permafrost. Yeah, it's called permafrost. I have to say, it's not my favorite Ice Monkey upgrade. Sure, it can allow you to put towers in the water, but other than that, I feel like it really isn't the best Ice Monkey upgrade ever. It's also probably the least famous. A lot more people, in my opinion, use Embrittlement or Icicle Impale. So it's definitely a C plus tier. Okay. Middle Path Mortar Monkey. Definitely B plus tier. You know, like, actually no, probably A minus. The ability is overpowered. It does a lot of damage because it's like 3 mortars in one. Shoots really fast, which is another redeeming factor. And the only reason I don't put it higher is because there are a lot more monkeys that can do his job better. Like, not a lot, but like, you know, a pretty good amount. Middle Path Ninja. Grand Saboteur. A plus. His ability is pretty overpowered. You know, bringing in the mobs already pre-damage before they enter the match. So yeah, that's really beneficial. Okay, middle sniper gives you the money. It gives you like the extra money. But other than that, I feel like unless you get like the top path, it's not really as good. So it's B plus. Okay, middle path carpeted spikes, I believe. In my opinion, it's good. I guess it's B. You know, the top path, in my opinion, is 10 times better. But the path itself is what redeems it. Because I was going to put in B minus, but the path itself is actually pretty great. Actually, no, it's better than perma spikes. Okay, no, I knew this was going to happen. This is much harder than I thought. You know what? A minus. You know, I'll just give the mercy A minus. Okay, middle path sub. I can always call it first strike capability for some reason. I think it's tied with the bottom path sub. The subs are pretty balanced, in my opinion. Like, all three, you can't really go wrong. So, yeah. The anti-balloon. This guy deserves a lot more respect. It's cheapest upgrade of them all. It's like 80k, 70k, something like that. Its ability is super effective against, Bloons, Moabs, all that stuff. I definitely do think it deserves an A tier rating. It's only because, like, it's somewhat useless against, like, it's not exactly most effective against certain types of balloons, like the B80s or the Zone Gs, but it can handle it. It can handle itself. Oh, not to mention DDTs. DDTs are really annoying to handle with just this guy, so I'd say watch it back. Okay, Super Maelstrom. I use it a lot. Don't get me wrong, I do use it a lot. It's probably pretty good, in my opinion. It shreds, literally. I have to say B plus tier though. Uh, Maybe not. See, the texture is like one of the hardest things to pinpoint, really. I think A tier. Yeah, A tier. All right. Middle Path Monkey Village. Okay, this is an S plus, 100% S plus. You cannot go wrong. Best support tower in the game by far. Okay, maybe not by far, but you get what I mean. Okay, Phoenix Lord. Definitely could be cheaper. Not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to get, like the 78k. Still really effective though. In my opinion, it's an A plus. You might like, argue it has to be lower because of the cost, but hey, you know, a monkey is a monkey. An overpowered monkey is also an overpowered monkey. All right. So the top path for the monkey ace. It's the cheapest, in my opinion, the best. So S tier, definitely S tier. You know, yeah, it's pretty much S tier. Okay, Permanent Brew again, S tier, 100% S tier. It's, in my opinion, the best. See, I was gonna say something controversial, but never mind. Okay, I'm actually gonna put it there, and I'm gonna demode that to there. Yeah. The Wizard Monkey, like, sorry, the Alchemist Monkey itself is pretty balanced, I'd say. The only, like, thing I have with the middle one is, like the ability of the middle one is kind of useful, not really, it doesn't really do that much, but it can shred, I'll admit that. Okay, this one I don't use whatsoever, because it's absolutely horrible. I hate it. It's a nah, mate, it's a nah. Actually, no, not even nah, it's F. Like, huge F. Huge F. Like, you guys might disagree, but that's fine, okay? Like, this is my opinion, not yours. But in truth, though, it's huge F. Okay. This one, Submarine Monkey is definitely gonna be, I think, you know, yeah, A plus tier. A plus tier. It's the best upgrade in my opinion. Shreds, does other stuff. Carrier Flagship. Okay, this one is the least famous. I think I said this one was the least famous. I was lying. This one is the least famous. It's, no one really gets it because, like, the upgrades are somewhat useless, and which is why I probably have to put it like C tier. It's like very specific. Okay, Ultra Juggernaut. The bouncing shots help. Other than that, though, it's pretty good. It can defeat leads, camo leads, if you get the bottom path with it, but I wouldn't recommend that. So yeah, it's B. You know, it's what it's said is said. Superstorm. All right, I can already tell I've been doing this for a very long time. Superstorm is one of those towers it's gonna be hard to pinpoint. It's worse than the Spirit of the Forest, but it's definitely S tier. The guy can destroy pretty hard. Sentry Paragon, least popular choice out of all engineers, but somewhat effective because, like, the sentries, they do work, man. They do work. So A minus tier. Okay, Banana Plantations or Banana Research. I don't know. I mean, if you're really into, like, the Banana Research facility, then you can go S tier or A plus tier. But in my opinion, it's A. You know, it's good. It generates you a lot of money, but banks are better. Change my mind. I dare you. Corrosive Glue. Corrosive. Yeah, Corrosive Glue is, like, the best upgrade you can probably get. It's an A minus. You know, you can respect it. It's definitely respectable. I think this is the Apache Dart ship, right? Apache Prime? I don't know. Okay, like, don't judge. I don't remember things. Um, Definitely my favorite helicopter upgrade. I would dare say S plus, but it's S. In my opinion, like, the helicopter in general is just overall, like, better than the Monkey itself. Embitterment. Okay, embitterment is kind of hard. It's definitely better than the permafrost. I think it's B plus. Yeah, it's pretty much B plus. It can take care of things. Actually, no. You know what? Ultra Juggernaut goes up here, and Embitterment goes to B. I don't think much people really use the Ice Monkey in general, so like it's kind of hard to research it. It's really just a matter of how you play the game to make it effective. And then again, even if you like match like the specific playstyle it requires, not exactly the best to use. Okay, the biggest one. Biggest one. Where do I want to put this guy? No matter where I put it, it's going to be somewhat controversial. I think A tier, because it's basically just like a nuclear cannon at that point. It's really good. Grandmaster Ninja, S tier. By far S tier. The guy can handle itself like a boss. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to change some things too. Sorry, S plus tier. The Prince of Darkness is going to S plus tier. Cheap, relatively versatile, you know, all the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all the change I'm gonna make. Okay, Cripple Moab. It can stun, but other than that, it's A minus. You know, it's meh. Top half. Mm, I'll put it in A tier, because like the bombs are pretty effective in dealing with guys. Energizer. Again, probably one of the best support towers in the game. Gonna have to put it S tier. It's great. I love the sub. It's one of the first monkeys I ever maxed out. True Sun God. Let's be real here. Unless you have the money, no one's really gonna get this guy. Like $450,000. Like he sounds great. He's super cool. I've actually used the True Sun God a lot. But like in real circumstances, is anybody really gonna get this? Because it's super expensive. I mean, you really want to max him out. You have to add up like another. What is it? $400,000. So this guy is basically just like an $850,000 monkey. And if you want to reach the max potential, you have to spend basically over $1 million on this guy to reach max potential. So it's really not the most worth. Like it's powerful, yeah, but let's be real here. Who's really gonna get it? Ring of Fire. A minus. You know, it's respectable. Somewhat. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. Primary training. I sometimes use it. It's like it's B minus. Actually, you don't know. I feel like I'm doing that. Yep. You don't know. B minus. Yeah, it's B minus. Archmage. Super underrated character. It's basically just Gandalf, guys. Come on, it's Gandalf. We all love Gandalf. I don't know if you guys know who Gandalf is, but we all love Gandalf. And no one can change my mind. He's definitely going to be in the A tier. He's effective. And the Darling Gunners. Okay, the Buckshot one. Definitely the least popular. It does work though. I admit it does work. So A minus tier. The MAD, the path itself, overpowered as frick. Like, cause it's just great. It's gonna be an S plus tier for me. Ray of Doom, overly expensive, extremely worth it though. So, because it's overly expensive though, it's definitely gonna be not an S plus tier. So A plus tier. It's tier you can respect. Okay, heroes. Benjamin, 100% gonna be S plus. He generates money, he generates lives. Yeah, easy. Churchill. I don't really want to hate on the guy too much. This guy has got me through some tough situations. A minus here. All the heroes are good in a way, but Azili, probably an A. A really good support hero. She can do work. Gwendolyn, probably has to be B plus. She's definitely not my favorite hero. I know for a fact a lot of people see her as less effective. Open Greenfoot, definitely an A. Pat Fusty, A minus. Super Pat's really good, but you know, he's kind of limited by his range. Quincy, super underrated, but he still is gonna have to be. Actually, he's gonna be A minus. Yeah. Right. I forget this guy's name, but Colonel something. Actually, you know what? No. Gundam definitely deserves. Like, she's like in between here. Like, that's all I can really say. She's not exactly B plus, but she's not exactly A minus material either. He's pretty good. You know, he can get you some tough situations. Adora, again, another S plus. You know, you can never go wrong with Adora. Oops. Captain Brickle. I don't know the exact pronunciation. He's probably the A plus tier. He's good. I have used him. Very good. Etienne. He's pretty overpowered, I'd say. He's S tier by far. Sada. 100% S plus tier. 100%. Okay. And that is my tier list for every single Bloons Tower Defense tower in the game. If you have any objections, put them in the comments down below. If you don't, leave a like, leave a subscribe. You know, it helps with YouTube algorithm. Yeah. Oops. I gotta. Alright, but yeah. Oh. Whoops. Yeah. So this is gonna be the entire tier list. As you would see. Sorry, it's taking a weird thing. Oh, come on, don't tell me. Did it reset? I think I'm gonna reset. Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, did it? Sorry, my computer is glitching a lot. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's reloading. Cool. So, but yeah. Like I said, if you agree, then leave a like. If you don't agree, then leave your suggestions in the comment down below. I'll always be reading your comments, so I'll be excited to see what you guys think are going to be the top towers. Yeah, as you can see, you can guys take a screenshot of your own, you know, have fun. And yeah, I will be seeing you